evening, Your Excellency. My name is Oheneni Adazwa, Sumpa TV, Sumpa Radio, Kumasi.
Ja, Rastafari.
Selassie, I. In your manifesto, page 24C, you did mention something about flat rate. So let's say somebody import car engines and somebody second-hand clothing. Are they going to pay the same amount? I think we need better and further particulars. Thank you.
We say, in January the May, because now the public, Ajni aye bebre say.
You did mention something about flat rate. So I think we need better and further particulars. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ayemi.
The flat rate, what we want to do is to bring a lot more predictability in import duty payment. At the moment, there isn't predictability, and there's a lot of discretion that seems to come in from time to time. And so what we are saying is that we're going to bring in a flat rate in cities. So if you're bringing in spare parts, and there's a 40-foot container of spare parts, you will know exactly what the duty is for the spare parts, say 20,000 cedis or 50,000 cedis or 30,000 cedis. It's a flat rate. So when the 40-foot container arrives of the spare parts, then you know you will pay 40,000. If you are bringing in second-hand clothing, and that is attracting 20,000 cedis duty, you will know before that it will come. It's not that it will arrive.
Okay. Eti no say o de ebeye product based. Yeah, what I say. Eti se me ko fa enkwalanta de. Ana me ko fa emo. Ye be share price of emo no na ade no. Na bia ye say 40 feet container, 20 feet container of rice. O de 40 feet ba e 20,000. It is a meme de a more 40 feet bar, meaning 20,000. Okay. Predictability. And until meaning say, and never now make of my fat containers 4. Now 40 feet, meaning say 20,000 no. Each, meaning say we could 80,000 or pot. And a cities we could it's in your fena, maybe head dollar and sana. I feel what I say. Dollar na ko 15 tinebia ye be calculate dollar there be ye dey ato say o de spare parts ba e 40 feet container u ko tia 40,000
whether dollar no
e 16 and 19 krana. So it's a form of hedging. I feel what I say. It is a dollar cost so said then kra when him say u ko tia 40 feet.
Okay.
Now we no quarterly first quarter no to see how it will go. And you know, it could be a time when they realize is the income or the revenue coming high.
Okay.
What I say? Okay. Now you will say be so much me adjusting or upward. Kakra.
But say into moon into so bombe importers and
Aswati now so go create problem.
Yeah.
Because what I see is say a quarterly first 3 months when it takes effect maybe March, April, May. Now say Dr. Mahmoud Mabia na ye mampania na o kopota unim say me kwa koyi me niema ntoma me kotua 30,000.
Okay.
It wa pescana to order that. It no amount me and to a boom too much. O to boom too much and also ye nipa bonini.
Okay.
I feel ya what I say.
No emfa hone you say into me you say or the one wax.
Very good. Say what o crefra brochire ba there. The only thing is say I want to be farm machine we say contraband goods be any.
Okay.
And here be all the cars ba. Ya arrange say be say SUVs na what they ba na ye 20. They are not interested in the probably amount of the cars in the container. Okay. Almost a 40 feet. So if you are able to load more, there be a 1 car penny or 40 feet container ma.
But you have 40,000.
Aye. So better 1 car per kumu.
Na foto fita ne say ne ya na kum cars no.
Pacho no dey I just obu frame bagasi. Yeah, let's look at the encounter. First the former president and then because former president Nyema Waka. One, a key one, a prosecution investigation of certain corrupt scandals are allegedly ebetoja. Two, he's talking about the leanest government. First 14 days, omo di omo nkrofo nyina omo you omo no ebeko cabinet. First 90 days, ebeko parliament. First 90 days no forming a government every.
Yeah.
And one is talking about consulting tewu one nyina for education. Afa was a consulting forum for economy.
Yeah.
Ebi mo say I say the Ghana we all want.
Yes.
Ebi mo say afa na obeji Ghana for nyina adwene ana. Say there be adwene wo ho na mo you hear Ghana for so input. What do you make of the former in general? Asante Akwaba. Okay.
Akota Mampenida da John Dramani Mama Manifesto lunch and Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Babia Sunday encounter.
Ambush market.
Ambush marketing na. Senka enka weekend ni nyina na.
Launching na de ni wie wo ayi. Takrade. Weekend nyina na
Bawumia.
And away no so and can I watch in can say your job mama
discuss job now
you can't discuss and leave this
unko de sunti o ambushi o mo kakra
ya koba any penny for to chin koba ya brand check kakranti ya fa we mamo na
de manage ho unse me de baby a mani akọ recently your constitution no. There are a lot of us here feel say Ghana your problems libya your nam sisi no. It's because of your constitution da ho no no. See if your threats na be straightforward our constitution mu a yen ko ba say we ebe fa ha no akwa hura for window no wa ye bone pa na no Richard Jakwane man ya semi ye court technicalities one basa na ya two case na go but we want about 2 point something million $1 asiagu but here the technicalities be here the afa ntokro bi musa pa na di pano ne hu so say abrobe timi me feel say ya consider me de some penny that John Dramani Mama e kasa e de fa ho say o feel say time na so for say be reforms e wo your constitution no and say political parties are kese ni me no but manifesto e kan ho asem say official constitution no for Rollins say ye be man kwan na wagya democracy no mu amayen say oni hobiu ye da so atena ho saa ehwesa enti me mani age say these two omumie no nyina sum enti be are going forward whoever obey ni elections no e ka che say
we are going to hold them.
Yes. Yeah, sure. The second be also your constitution, no. You better near ye and such a home. And they do also so. Let's say, be I say John Mama Nevini, and I say Bawumia Nevinia. No more friend. Say other political parties should come and support her. Omunko boa. Nana don't go for the proposal by C and Tuabani DC. And then DC could say omufi se process no kwan ya na do se yemfa so no mo ne nya adwene na emom omode omo ye for say yento aba kwan ya yemfa so na ye nya de no mo so mo mfa mra ne kika mom ye fi say if momo de na ye way to go a ali say ye nsusie papa enti me de constitution no mom ye no nyina age atum say be bia ya ba bedru no ombe ye ho adwuma no eno Toma Kumaso. Mampenida da John Dramani Mama my promise say within the first 100 days.
90 days.
The first 90 days. 14 days.
60
no appointed
the government.
Yes.
Omo matano.
No appointing the ministers na Odiomoko parliament.
For the 14 days at the nomination beko parliament.
Okay.
14 days.
So you better abano
7 January.
Obeso in 7 January.
Okay. 7 January say Ghana for to Obama no by 21st January na or the krata koma speaker say whoever is the speaker say vetting committee in Transi.
Okay.
Then no na. Yes say. Yenkonya a hang parliament or a minority president and a majority parliament.
Yeah.
Because I know they basa.
Who said this elections you bet many be? Say minority government.
Say you konya minority president. You konya a majority parliament.
Opposition.
Liman the enukresa. Because if a koye NDC in majority or MPP majority, Obi abeti Obika with the 137 yes, Obi abeti Obika.
Pay back time.
NDC benya wanting they are in opposition in president by their majority. Ni ombeto bomb. Muye bibi ombeto ogu. MPP so ye two omo. Your mama ene bedi ade. Odene niema ba omu kabo mo parliamenta ombetuma to ogu. That is why it is so crucial. Ababa be kasembi. So he foresee sadie we say besi. It almost standing orders no. Omu nya de say de be ya. Entimi ma say your minority in parliamenta. Omo betimi ede omo to me no ato budget no ne niema bi atwena a mining koso. Babin said this.
Yeah.
We foresee a danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, manu sina me cross at you.
I would think yes, all my indefinite numbers days be say by this day. On say amount for fee say man penny that John Dramani mama you be a president in Wadibida. Inti unim the war akunya no ho. Unim the 80
he has no excuse whatsoever.
Yes. Name 70 should be definite to Ghana for. And many J say Saturday no yet definite say 14 days may me ministers. By 90 days my former government by this na me year way
within 120 days
na me year way
also the sanitary pad no so server
akota yeah titi kumasi na bia yenhu ya titi kumasi ne nkra
that policy
smaller
communities
no
and then kwala 10 years o magbo mu nsa
yes
obu onu ma sa monsen na e de ma wo mo no toto mo panties mu no o mu o be krase ya dinya
adimu
adikase
pa enti me akontamine ne ya adwene
yo be wini bia se Bawumia akra wini a on take your mama de no
sanitary pass
yes e wom say be hu so maka but say nyame na doma gender ministry
should take this thing now
ade we ya de was say
nya de bia na bi o get NGOs be to support them
azate boa mami tell
me shall say from Omanhene abedi akire NMPP flag bearer and meet the president. I think say na mo can be me say a smart move because a smart mover like we are taught nanka this week the whole discussion will be NDC all over and then they will have had the opportunity to ombenya the media space
to interrogate and explain their issues
to sell out all of their manifesto. I say we could be antenna winning banana bonny opportunity but with this and definitely the media space will be shared during the week. Now Omanhene abedi meet the press no me think say it was good. The opportunity was given to the media. But man, me has say some of the questions now St. John beside now Omanhene be the KD biano dada. Me just a repetition. Was I'm not being Zimbia now we see time on that day because baby cry now and now some of the journalists and I especially come up question be when say a mood to pano on my hunisa. For instance, Oheneni they say it was apt. Like they expect man for who some of these things and the importers and for that matter that constituency are representing the business
community
business community they'll be happy to know that this is how. However adeba kwana koso that Togo near Omanhene be dey me say Togo enye free say free port
there be a free port am for the say o de man go anawa yiba
no niema o say omutimi boa na ye chirichirim. Me do baby that make us say now the time was getting too much. Then it was making the vice president too say now bread. I check then I said best 4 hours. Let's be say even 20 questions kwana emodu. Now you be no yanwa it will serve and then the vice president too was taking so much time to explain the questions question back one or bet cheche me say be 15 na and on na I say and my questions be wa
he wrote in a lot of the questions, answers to some questions. And until now, say nebi musema the buokra.
Then they were just
let's get to the former president.
And this is for manifesto, and some the Oma Brosi papa. If you are 2020 manifesto, Oma Rehashi.
Okay.
If you say sanitary party, I think 2020, Oma can Oma signed by. Adia Bako Omo can say Mabruna Omo Bekusumuko Suyansa and Juma. And so Bema almost support. Or my mini problem, but my problem is say so that last time I say Kosi Yankee say Mami Bino. Some programming with difference be ahead in him.
But I no crown on him. What him say a buying way. Omo afa crofo omo and sanu juma mutu omo ka.
Aha. Ti dem make us on my enya
no. But him say asom dia ko se tokrom bi.
And no nye problem is that. On my say nipa na aban boboka. Oh, na what training nipa no oba. Na ebia so kusuya antare pam. Na ye import more folks, more exported goods. Nipa na in the long run you make it redundant. And this enka won't face that external competition. Nanka nipa no we ya we adwuma entare ya ehye nyina you locally made. Enema e bia ya Ghana ha na ebe pam that political suit ne manema na ebe boa ma enema na okokosua ne so banfaso. So na nkoba sa na se nipa na kosua adwuma na wie. Wo wie ye no oman I na why na kasa bi dada. But me no two parties so manifesto on agree no man kasa me menti ase. Last week na me kasa o man for bear research say we $40,000 on my ultimi year one irrigation of one dam. I will know who betimi aye. So just $40 million we can produce
$40,000.
$40,000. With one dam. On my one dam can provide job for more than 1,000 farmers. And then say you can say $40 million. We can bet me construct 1,000 dam. You 1,000 dam or no for. Oh my, afibia and room and crack tomatoes in free Burkina Faso.
A slim was the same company sense.
Asian to Senka was at here. Enka a broad sign my any problem.
So you're stressing on irrigation.
I don't see it. Idea about maybe I can say Nippon or north in the south. It's because there's no job opportunities over there. At the end of my and Mimi who is a manifesto since I'm saying, I also be a watch application. Watch application is ours when you're no be channel quite for us to say when you want your application. No, now or so maybe my application, maybe Harvard, maybe way, but and then maybe I saw your application, my when you no. Oh,
you see that with the
yes, that is my worry with regards to agriculture. Agriculture backbone, especially poultry. On my mentee, a very practical
definitely on poultry.
Yeah, Baba trauma importation of best natty. Because you said you your mind. If you best no the be Ghana for no. Obi university go has a way agriculture student go application. Because amofu omo na say na ma na omo ye ho ne brain because adwuma na omo ye ho se ko basa ye o Ghana hemre. Entimi de omampanyi abedi akire ade ba ko maka ye say omunya obi obetwa yi sa 11 sa ne.
Betting taxes.
Me maka say me ni omunya adwene. Because you will never get money to fund your programs. And if everything is going to digitization, I say it's Ghana. People are electronic. And it's okay, so we have there. How do you?
For you know, you see, say, a populist.
Oh, omo bad, they will come out, they will turn around and come and say so much. Because, oh my, they're better than my.
Yesterday, Ashanti, I heard something. The amount of money that e-levy and even betting generated, it was in the neighborhood of about 3 billion or something billion Ghana cedis.
Oh my, Sika last year
almost 3 to something 6 billion.
Oh my,
6 billion.
Oh my, last year, almost the research but to Sika transaction electronically was about 1.2 trillion. Ghana cedis. Mobile transaction
banks normally
1.3. Government is 10 or 6%. Continue to say was only 5% now. Intina munka say yes 6 billion. Definitely yes
6 billion
calibration. How do you fund the other project?
So I am populist.
For me, wow man. Only you can be how man. Because me catch your last time say. For a tiny and another about 2017, abolish the so-called nuisance taxes. No, me through no. As a higher yeah, more of say, yeah, loans are within a short possibility. I mean, so I can say, me no one yarding that saying, yeah, parliament now, opposition, you control parliament. Oh my, it brings out the checks and balances.
Sir, and your majority MPs in parliament.
Oh my, it brings out the checks and balances. tie
Asante me ba no one kasa na ma me nka bi Asante 137 uhwe bi
Oman
e wo mu say ye won good side yaw and the bad side say a Japan deal no me bi they were able but let's say John Mama is president and MPP is having almost about 160 MPs. Bawumia is president and NDC is having about 160 MPs. Hey, Ashanti. We are so polarized to say. So, my Mpuntioni Adi, Ebia, Omobe Shama, they will cripple the government.
Oh, my Pacho. I did about a parliament who is on so case a pie budget. And even then, this if we cry now, more wanted to serve you cry. Would your gas attempt to somebody Omanhene maybe to a cocoa bar on because budget they would
because at the end of the day, so budget, you know, they know say the NDC MPP will have a majority.
And I make us say, in the long run, in the long run, a budget they won't mean say we need to because we into more MP better yaka.
Okay, maybe Mama Yamrem over Kylie man. Liman issue budget the first time in the history of Ghana. My memory serves my stand for correction because UP had majority. Liman the budget was with that gave Rollins the audacity to make a coup because that fair say and near my basa.
Now, what I say currently I experience be. Nana do don't for the last two budgets or the core parliament. And no more reject ya or more break bisa by ye babe pass ya.
A delay near
MPs be said that absentee or more. Ama
NDC
MPs ni be absent or more answer.
No crowd or more party for you or more tokwa.
Yes. Yes, experience.
We have not gotten there.
Some minority forming government, minority co-opposition no. Ye democracy no. Ye media me see you gusu a yenyini enwa mene enu that point ne say ye bedwene ho say to the extent say ye pass a budget na esedun ketia tesro na ye friend
fifi ko tetesro no mo catch
na they give instructions to
we are say the party politics in Ghana, you know,
you say you benya MPP ko betima sorry or parliament to say or no is against any party so
Odobe they made him a persona non grata now in the party. Oh yeah, not just one there. He will go the UK and American way, no. Oh wait.
Yeah. Ghana yenyan rule. I link a checks and balances. Me makasa asem we say opposition forming a majority of parliament. Yenya so mfaso kakra with a Japan deal and then maybe a fee say anko ye. But send ye an MPP ni and this system no edidi etia the MPs no ade omo dwene ho kane ye whenever omo salaries no omo de e da parliament kabom about
we are no free
no
consensus
the BBN one moment to form a consensus.
Yes,
share you do me I do you say nyame amfa kom na say MPP konya majority in parliament
now omo presidency ye John Mama
or we are no
they will make obe ya maga and also Ghana frontier say parliamentary proceedings were form it won't be yama. I had to say your mama the and suit din faso.
Yes.
Say Bawumia so na beba. Na NDC or majority. Ombe catch him say a case on to be mumino. Maybe Bob Pye said you'll be winning as president. And she won't bear 5 or more MPs.
Yes. Or for me
137 you come in preview.
At least
I'm telling you Ashanti.
And yes and akota e makaso so call parliament anymore. Sa parliament where MPs ni very rich pa.
And because you lobby.
Ni nyina so e.
Ya won never be on tia unko. One more so na sekota se ne proye
Chairman and Nana James to join me up here so that we launch the manifesto. So one, we'll put in place a robust code of conduct and standards for all government officials in line with the principles of ethical leadership, modesty, humility, integrity, and accountability. We will nominate all our cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval within the first 14 days in office. We would have named all our cabinet ministers. will constitute the leanest and most efficient government in the history of the Fourth Republic in the first 90 days in office. We will hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. Number 5, we'll commence the drafting of needed legal amendments and preparation for the implementation of the 24-hour economy policy under the office of the President. Number 6, we will establish an accelerated export development council, which I will personally chair, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Number 7, we'll convene a national consultative conference on education with CHAS, NAGRAT, NATS, CCT, NAPS, CETAG, Vice Chancellor Ghana, PRINCOF, TEWU, UTAG, PTAs, students, think tanks, academia, parents, and other stakeholders to build consensus on the improvement of our education sector, including the free SHS. Number 8, we'll scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business in our first 90 days in office. 1, e-levy. 2, COVID levy. 3, betting tax. 4, emissions levy. And we'll review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. 9, we'll introduce the no academic fee stress policy for all first-year students in public tertiary educational institutions, in universities, in technical universities, in polytechnics, colleges of education, nursing training institutions, under our no fee stress initiative. We will budget for this, and the money will be given to the Student Loan Trust. It will register all the level 100 students, and it will pay the money to their universities on their behalf so that they don't have to go and pay anything. It will be a grant. It's not be a loan. It will be a grant, so they don't have to pay for it. 10, we'll introduce the following social intervention policies. 1, free tertiary education for persons with disability. The Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund, which will be a fund that will help the treatment of kidney ailments, hypertension, heart disease, high blood pressure, and all those kinds of things. We'll commence within 120 days the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in basic and secondary schools. 11, we will institute inquiries or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. 1, MPP's collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana cedis. We'll institute an audit into the illegal printing of money by the Bank of Ghana to finance the corrupt Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration. We'll investigate the 58 million National Cathedral scandal. We'll investigate the COVID-19 expenditure scandal. We'll investigate corruption scandals including the PDS, Ejapa, SML, ambulance spare parts, 13th All-African Games, SkyTrain, Palugu Dam, mass sets, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators, missing tricycles, illegal and inflated single source contracts, bus scandals, and many others. We institute a government policy banning all political appointees and politically exposed persons from buying any state assets. We allocate seed money within 120 days for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank to support women-owned and women-led.
Okay, so the list is on and on and on. Promises upon promises to Ghanaians. say na meye na moma me kwan a yabeba ho no mo na ye wonsem na wotwe nyina ebedoso no na fei eno anwumre na chencherefo from all the regions Asia na ade baako a ekoye a little banter war eyi se omampani John Mama promise say odi banks no akano buy or say NPP collapse omo no odi be dey ebe sama omo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia took a swipe at the former president. He said that the former president is not reading or does not understand or do not understand what has happened. Now, those banks, or there anybody to come out and say, Abine collapse, say one bank. No bank was collapsed. They were merged. Capital Bank, normally they call Commercial Bank, the GCB. Is it a GCB, right?
Yeah, GCB.
Ghana Consolidated Bank. Ongoye said all those banks, with the exception of GN Bank and the GN Bank took the government to court. And until na akoba say abino any jina court wa omo ekoba no mutimi for omo enka ho. And until bank bia no collapse na yentie said o sika no efa omampani John Dramani Mahama asem no mia ma de nyina wo hinini nso koi anu so busa akwesa yentie
read. Go and read the receiver's report, or to go and read the Bank of Ghana report and acquaint himself before making any further comments on matters he clearly does not understand. He needs to get an understanding before you make comments. And you cannot hand over a bank's license to them. This is subject to legal procedure. You have to go to court. You don't have the power in our constitution to do that. And I'm surprised sometimes because he has been president before and he should know these things. He should know these things. He should know these things.
Okay. Now, and some